Morning, everyone. So we are going to be doing... Nope, we're not going to be going over the Williamsburg Bridge, although that's how we're starting it off. We are on the corner of, well, we're on the FDR Drive over on the Lower East Side, and we're going to be walking up the complete distance of Grand Street. But we will eventually do our trip over the Williamsburg Bridge at some point. Over there is Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Today we're going to be in Manhattan. So if you remember, recently we did a walk, I believe it was on Varick Street, and we walked by where this ends. That's actually where we're going. We're going to Varick Street. The Lower East Side of Grand Street is where we are right now is filled with, a lot of apartment buildings. Well, eventually we're going to make our way into the busy area when we get down into Chinatown. It'll get crowded, so don't get too spoiled with these quiet streets right now. This is we're on the quiet part of Grand Street. When we're going to get up to we start getting up to close to I guess Riverton and all those streets up there, you'll see it'll get a little crowded. There's also going to be a lot of there'll be a lot of cross streets. Some of them will probably get stuck at a light. There's one big street we got to cross, Allen Street. We'll have to cross Christie. There's going to be a few big streets we got to cross. I don't know if you could see it, but there is a train coming off of the Williamsburg Bridge. The trains that run over that bridge are the J and the M. I think the Z runs over there too. I know because I always take either the J or the M a lot over that bridge. And of course it has the pedestrian bike path and the walking path. You can see a lot of these apartment building complexes down here. So we are continuing our walks in Manhattan. We've been doing a lot more Manhattan walks. Pretty much since the end of January. Trying to cover all of these streets that are down here. There's so many streets. This is Henry Street right here on my left. This will take you right into the World Trade Center area. Down in the financial district, if you take this street on my left. Looks like this guy's fixing the traffic lights. If you've ever wondered what it looks like in there, it's just a computer timing mechanism for the lights. You know what I'll do? I'm going to cross over into the sun, so give me a second here. Traffic isn't that bad down here, but as we get closer, like when we get up to like Allen Street, traffic will start getting busier. So today the weather is amazing. I know you see a lot of people walking around with like, it looks like, you know, heavy jackets or whatever, but it is going up to 60 degrees today. And right now it is already 55. So, you know, you get a lot of people that are still used to being in the winter mode, so they just walk out with their heavy jackets. These are most likely people that don't check the weather before they walk out the door. I am wearing, hold on here, I am wearing like this yellow spring jacket. As you can see, it's pretty light, so it's nice out. You don't need to wear a heavy jacket. I would even go so far as say I don't even need the jacket. Like, I'm kind of warm. I could probably take it off. I know later on I'll probably take it off. Probably after this walk. This is the Henry Street Playhouse. And this right here is Pitt Street. Pitt. P-I-T-T. We're going to take a look at this old church over here. Now this area could get a little rough at night. During the day it's a little bit more tame, but at night, you know, it's I don't want to say it's a dangerous neighborhood, but it's not the safest neighborhood either. Take a look at the church here. And this is the Church of St. Mary. All right, we are walking again. So this whole week today, listen to me. This whole week, this week is going to be really nice here in New York. It's going to be pretty much in the 60s. Low 60s at the very least. Might even get up to mid 60s. And you know, maybe upper 60s. But it's definitely going to feel like spring this week. There we go. I knew we were going to be underneath some scaffolding at some point today. I'm going to get out of it, partially. We're going to get across the street. Now, there is a very favorite place down here, very, very near and dear to my heart. And we'll be passing it in a little while. So I'll just save that little tidbit. I am standing on a little island here in the middle of Grand Street, waiting to cross. Some of the spots over here. There's more across the street. We're going to start getting into more of the city type of Grand Street. We're going to start getting into more of the commercial area, office buildings, some old buildings. And if you guys like pickles, like I said, we're going to be passing, I'll just tell you now, we're going to be passing Pickle Guys. Very popular place. This bus stop says 10:53 and 52 degrees. It is partially in the shade. So you got a pizza school right next to me. I'll give you guys a look. You guys want to learn how to make pizza? Here you go. Yes, they have a pizza school. This is a very popular block to get a lot of different types of food. And then there's the Pickle Guys. So Pickle Guys are a very popular spot, especially with me. I love pickles, so they have every type of pickle. Here we go. And it smells like pickles. I am not joking. I mean, it smells like pickles out here. This is Essex Street, so we have to wait to cross. What I'll do is I will take it now. We're moving into the Chinatown area now. Streets still aren't that crowded yet, but they will get crowded. This is Orchard Street. So this is what I was mentioning earlier. This is Allen Street. This is a big intersection we need to cross. We're going to actually go over to this side. Sometimes you could cross this through the red because there's not a lot of traffic down here sometimes. Like right now, I could probably make this. I'm just waiting for the walk light. Here we go. Alright, so we are getting over by the park over here, and this is over where the train station is, a Grand Street train station. And this spot is usually a very crowded spot. We're actually going to go across the street, walk by some of those markets, and get over across Christie. Alright, we're going to cross over here. Got the light. This is always a spot where there's a whole bunch of different type of characters hanging out. I've seen a few scraps over here. And somebody has to oil their brakes. Smells like a lot of dirty fish. There you go. Here's a fish market for you guys. The Bowery. Oh, we got the light. We'll walk right through this busy crosswalk. We won't move. We will stay center. This is the slowest cross we've done in a long time. Now, if a lot of these corners look familiar, these were a lot of the streets, the cross streets we were walking last month. This right here is Elizabeth Street. If you remember, we passed by this little market on the corner here. They're still here. And we're moving into the what's left of Little Italy for a couple of blocks. We'll pass right by Ferrara Bakery again. I'm walking slow here, just getting in all the sights here. This is Mott Street. There goes DePaulo's, DePalos. Take your choice of pronunciation. And then here is Ferrara Bakery, and if you missed my walk when I talked about the bakery, this is pretty much one of the oldest businesses from Little Italy, going back to the 1800s. It's over 125, 130 years old. I'll give you a look at the stuff again. We got the chocolate cannolis. Everybody knows those are my favorite. Regular cannolis are good too. And that is inside the bakery there. Look at these old handrails. Look at those handrails. Those are some really sturdy handrails. Mulberry Street. And again, if you guys are just watching this for the, like, if you guys are just tuning in the channel for the first time, I just walked all these streets last month, so you could go back into my channel and check them out. We've been pretty much doing all of the streets down in Lower Manhattan. See all the architecture down here? See, this guy's got his jacket off. It is warm. It is definitely warm enough to take your jacket off. There's the police department building on the corner of Center Market and Grand. See, it says police department up there. It looks like one of those old police department type of buildings you'd see in like Batman. So those are all that we just walked by. Those are all like tourists just standing around. You can see the city skyline. Downtown. We are getting close to the ends of the walk here, so it's gonna, you know, the foot traffic is kind of thin again. We are on our way to Varick Street. This right here is Lafayette Street. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stand here for a second and give you guys a look up and down Lafayette. At this point, a lot of these streets, if you turn, like every cross street that we're walking here that I turn left, will take you into the financial district. We are pretty close to the financial district, so. You get some of this old architecture. Look at this building right here. Look at this. There you go. A lot of studios, offices, lofts in this building, these buildings over here. At Crosby Street right here with the cobblestones. Okay, I don't. Same thing on the other side, cobblestones down there. We are crossing Broadway. I knew at some point we were going to be crossing Broadway. You're going to cross across Manhattan on this end of the island. You're going to have to touch Broadway at least one time. This is one of those situations where you could cross on the red because the traffic kind of gets a little thin down here sometimes. Later on, it'll get busy. During around 3 o'clock, man, Broadway is usually always gridlocked. This is just like one big metal. It's like walking. It's like walking on on a metal cellar door. More cobblestones. This is a popular street for people to come down to do pictures and all this other stuff. Give you guys a look. This is Mercer Street. Mercer Street, if you didn't hear me. You see the streets are pretty tight down here, so we're walking on metal again. We're almost done though. We are going to those where you see those buildings, those tall buildings at the end of the street. There's a lot of tourists in this area. Right here is Green Street. Again, more old architecture. This is an area that just has a lot of old architecture. If you look up and down these streets, these tall, about 4 or 5 level buildings. Alright, I think we'll just walk it out the rest of the way with no panning and stopping unless we have to stop for traffic. Got about 3, looks like about 3 more blocks or so. We might have a little bit more. I want to thank everybody now for coming along on the walk today. This was a nice little walk. You could see how much, that's the one thing I didn't mention earlier, but you could see how much the neighborhood, check this guy out on with the tire on the scooter. That's interesting. You can see the way the architecture just totally changed down here. This is West Broadway. That car has a flat tire. I think they got to go get that guy with the scooter. A nice view of the World Trade Center right there. We are almost done here. Coming up on 40 minutes of walking. Well, wait, let me look at that for a second. Yep, 38 going up to 39 minutes. This right here is 6th Avenue. See if we can get across the street pretty quick. I see the lights ready to change, so we're almost done. And then right over here is where we're going to end it, on the next block. See, there's a big intersection right here. And if you remember, we were just down here, I think about a week ago. There's a lot of construction going on. Alright everyone, I want to thank everybody for taking a walk. We did complete distance of Grand Street. We walked from the Lower East Side. We started over right outside the Williamsburg Bridge. Made our way through Chinatown, a little part of Little Italy, and now we are on the west side, ending it here on the Varick. So I want to thank everybody that tagged along, and I guess I'm going to be ending it here. Give you guys some views of Lower Manhattan, and I will catch you all on the next one. So take care and bye-bye.